welcome to you, Paralympic Winter Games fans. You see us back in the beautiful town, the jewel in the crown of the Dolomites. We are in Cortina d'Ampezzo, and it is the very first edition in Paralympic Winter Games history for mixed doubles in wheelchair curling. Milo, the mascot, he's been geeing the crowd up, and now the teams are going to be greeted onto the ice. Beautiful stadium. I think there may still be tickets. You can get hold of some tickets to, it's called the Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium up here in the north of Italy. I highly recommend you do. It is a majestic stadium built for the 1956 Olympic Winter Games. And can you imagine, we didn't have curling in those games, but we've made up for it now.
Please welcome the players who will compete in wheelchair curling mixed doubles round robin session 3.
We have 81 games of wheelchair curling at the Paralympic Winter Games, and today it's session 3. We are going to be watching Team Latvia. And we have representing Latvia Paulina Roškova and her teammate Agris Lasmans. How are Latvia doing so far? Somewhat unexpectedly, they're still looking for their first win. We'll talk about expectations, let's say. We'll talk about that through the game. And today, they are playing against the team from Great Britain. We have Joanna Butterfield on the left, with the snazzy pink hair. She typically goes by Jo. And on the right, we have Jason Keane. And how are they doing? They are also looking for their first win here. One of these teams will break the seal this evening in session 3. Latvia wearing the dark red uniforms, they are throwing red stones. Great Britain wearing the white uniforms, they are throwing yellow stones. Still very early in the competition, but it is China and Estonia who are leading the march at the moment, but plenty can still happen. This is such an open field. And we're still very early in the competition. But both of these teams would be very relieved to get a win safely on the board. In some curling competitions, you can have a draw. But here at Paralympic Winter Games, it's win or lose. There's the Latvian coach. He's the coach for that team, Arnis Vaidmanis. Full of concentration. And at the other end, there is the coach for the team from Great Britain. That is Luke Carson. Both teams have 26 minutes of thinking time. And if they wish, they can stop the clock and have a 1-minute timeout, a 1-minute coach interaction, where the coach comes down from the coaching bench and can talk to the team, give some advice. What you see in the bottom left of the screen, the last shot draw. Both teams have short practice before the start of the game, just to get how the ice feels. At the conclusion of the practice session, teams throw 2 stones. They throw one curling anti-clockwise, one curling clockwise, and cumulatively, whichever team is closer to the centre with their 2 stones, they get last stone advantage in the first end. And you can see on the graphic the little hammer next to Great Britain. The hammer means you have the last shot. You're bringing the hammer down at the conclusion of the end. And in this first end of session 3, it is Great Britain who have last stone advantage. So we saw Latvia starting off, but a little bit too high on their first throw. So Joe Butterfield has an early chance to take advantage of that.
To be good.
Now, don't get confused. We haven't joined this end halfway through. In mixed doubles, you have 2 stones that are already in play when we start throwing. You may be more familiar with the 4-person format. That's the traditional rules, where there are, of course, no stones in play. Relatively new discipline, mixed doubles. It's about 20 years old for foot curling, brand new for wheelchair curling. We will have new champions at this brand new event here in Cortina. First throw then, of session 3 for Agris Lasmans.
Šaurāks bišķiņ, nebija uz āru.
Uzbers.
He doesn't like that, and that is why he could see that stone over curling a bit, but he had nice weight. That means the speed of the stone was good. And that means he was able to push that stone out front. He was able to push that close to where he wanted the stone to lie in the first place. So he's found a decent spot with that throw.
If anything, a touch more.
You kind of land on the 18-inch line, it'd be good. Where their feet are, on Tavia's feet, yeah? A little one to your right. Yeah, that's good. Let me get a time.
GB team, they were a little bit unusual with their game style in this mixed doubles event. We're used to seeing your teammate supporting your chair from behind in the 4-person format. That's very typical. You have the skip at the other end, you're throwing, put your brakes on, and your teammate just fits in behind your chair and holds onto your wheels to make sure you don't slip.
Overkill, but that's not so bad because I don't think it's hard for him to do anything with it. Yeah, he can, yeah. He had that anyway. We couldn't do both.
And the British team, as you can see, they're really sticking to that. They seem to prefer just being together at the throwing end. And there's no rule against that. You don't need to have someone at the other end with the brush in this discipline. At Latvia, they prefer to see someone at the other end holding the brush to aim for. And the lady behind, she is one of our ice player assistants. We have lots of ice player assistants to say thank you to for the wheelchair curling events. We're used to seeing them just keeping the stones in order, so they bring the stone, clean the stone underneath, bring the stone, there she is again. Cleaning stones at the side there.
Same way as your last is good.
You just prepare the stone for the players, and then at the other end, remove stones which are out of play and keep the stones tidy.
If I aim for the 12-foot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That red stone, yeah?
Yeah.
At the back.
Right, come on.
Same as your last.
But it's a new role in mixed doubles wheelchair curling, that sometimes they are supporting the thrower as well by holding the wheels, holding the chair to make sure you're stable when you're throwing. So that's just an added complexity to the throw for wheelchair players that the foot players
14-1, Jay.
don't have. And this is a bright start from the British team. Both teams looking for their first win.
It's left half a stone.
That's it?
Left half a stone.
Nah, he's going the other side. He's looking the other side, Jay.
Yeah. Well, you've got to clip that, man.
What it also means that the two British players, they tend to stick together at the throwing end. And they're always communicating, always discussing what's going on, what to do next. That's fun for us to listen to. So there's the ice player assistant, IPA, you may hear them called as well, just holding the back of the chair of Agris Lasmans to make sure he doesn't slip as he's throwing. And I've done that job, and it's hard work. You need to concentrate. You need to work with the player. Try not to disturb them at all when they're doing their setup. He's not too happy with that. He does have a red out front though. That's a red that Latvia can use with their final throw, but indeed that's the view from the throwing end, and it is Britain who have got out to the brighter start at this early stage of the first end.
Edge of 12.
Yeah.
13.
I think it's probably 13-5.
Right.
Yeah, that's
You
good
hear
there.
a lot of numbers being spoken. It sounds a bit like a secret code,
13-5.
but I will help you decode it as we watch this game together.
A little bit tight.
Yeah, probably edge of 8.
Yeah. It's probably going to stick a centre on. Which
Don't
You
mind
hear
that.
Team GB talking about 13.5 and then
I'll
edge
have a
of
look to
8.
see what's going on.
Lots of number
14-3,
chat.
Jay.
The 13.5, that refers to the overall
inside
time
the
that the
line.
stone is taking. So
No, we were just putting another one in.
you see this in the men's and
think
women's
looked
game
like
as
the
well.
red
That
was probably
thick
half
horizontal
shot.
green line behind Jason Keane, that's the hog line. There is one at both ends, and the amount of time the stone takes between those two thick green lines, that is 13.5 seconds. That's what Jason Keane was aiming for.
And with knees and
Obviously, the less time between those two lines, the faster the stone is going. So you will also hear players talking about a 12-second stone, 11, 10, and the more that number, the faster that stone is traveling. Here is final throw, important shot already for Paulina Rožkova. See that stone traveling much faster between those two green lines, and Paulina just wanting to try to limit some damage, and that's a very fine effort from her there. She has really saved her team some heavy damage in this first end.
Yeah.
1, 2 yellows removed, and it is that red on the right of the centre line as we're looking. That is the one currently closest to centre.
Will the red jump out or will it jam?
Super shot there from Paulina
Let's do
Rožkova,
it.
The red goes. Are you going
really
from in the
saving
world,
a potential damaging
so.
Are you
first
hitting
end
this
for
one on the
Latvia.
left?
No, I was getting the one on the right.
right, yeah.
Is that the one that's going to hit the...
Yeah. Red, yellow, red eye.
Yeah.
Might as well try it. Worst we can do is lose one.
Okay. Inside of the red.
Yeah, they are.
Here Keane and Butterfield, as we said, just constantly discussing. That seems to really suit them. It's a little bit unorthodox, the two of them staying always together at the throwing end, but
Right.
there's no rule to say you shouldn't do that, and that seems to work for them. Just constantly talking about the game, stone placement,
Right, I've got you, Joe. Send it.
and of course you do have your teammate to support you behind your chair as you're throwing.
It's going to stay up. We're at the guard, it's not in.
Sorry. Make it lucky.
Don't think so.
That's
lost
overcurled
one,
a
sorry,
little
Joe,
bit. You
keep
can
that.
see the idea of that shot was
Right.
to connect with that red that's half in, half out at the top of the screen. Red onto yellow, onto
red,
red,
what's that?
pop that red out.
Yeah, and that
Jason
made up
Keane
anyway, because I was
saying-
supposed to chap the yellow onto yellow.
Yeah, before that shot he said, yeah,
I
let's
just
try.
ended up throwing it inside.
There's
so
no real risk to
I
it. We're
kinda
only
crossed
losing
that.
one if it doesn't come off, and indeed it is a score of 1 to Latvia. So a super shot from Paulina Rožkova. There were a lot of yellows lying around dangerously, but super final throw from her, and that means that at the conclusion of the first end, it is Latvia who steal one. They get points, even though they didn't have last stone. Latvia lead Great Britain 1-0.
Jums ručkas nav?
Nu, nebūs.
Ručkas. Man pazina.
The little green box on the scoreboard there. That's counting down 90 seconds, a minute and a half in between ends. really bright start for the Great British team in the first end. But watch this for a game saver, or an end saver at least, from Polina Rožková. She didn't look too happy with it, but I think she should have been. And that final throw from Jo Butterfield, just over curling. But I think both teams will be fairly happy with their first end. But finally, it was a steal of one to Latvia. They lead Britain 1-0. Early in this session 3 of the inaugural mixed doubles event for wheelchair curling. We are back at the magnificent Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium. It has a capacity of 3,500, and it sounds like a lot of those spaces filled today.
Bobby.
We'd love to hear the crowd cheering,
Yes, yes.
ringing bells, waving flags. Milo, the mascot, he's in the crowd there somewhere as well. But you'll see the little hammer in the graphic at the bottom of our screen. That stays with Britain. If you get points, then it is the opposition who has hammer, who has the last stone advantage in the following end. So it was Latvia who scored points. They scored 1 point in the first end. So it is the British team who still have hammer. They still have last stone here in the second end.
All right, here's a look here. Little one, you're right. Right, that's you perfectly on the
curling
Paralympic
legend
logo.
Sheila Swan next to the team coach Luke Carson. Sheila has really been doing wonderful work with the wheelchair game in British curling for many years now.
Right, you know, felt similar to my other one. Oh, it might be a bit hot.
Not too hot.
Here's the curl.
12-7, Joe.
Here's the curl.
A little bit hot.
Just a little
Jo
hot.
Butterfield thinking
Line 2.
12-7-2.
Thinking that was a little bit too
Half a
long.
second.
It has gone beyond the T line. That's the thin horizontal line. That's exactly halfway through the circles, the house.
It's warm tonight. I don't feel cold at all.
Well,
I was a bit shivery on the
Close to that
I was a
centre
bit shivery
circle.
on the
Viņa trāpīja kaut kur 10 pēdam.
Yeah.
Trīs nulle būs labi.
Agris Lasman's aiming for his teammate's brush.
Ļoti laba līnija.
Yes, thank you.
The brush is, that's where we aim, but that's not where you think the stone is going to end up. That's the trick, that's the expertise needed there, is that you have to put the brush in the right place. So you aim for the brush, you make the stone curl clockwise or anti-clockwise, but it doesn't end up where Polina
Pa
Rožková
īsu
had her brush.
3-7.
It curls towards the centre, and that's a tough skill. We call that reading the ice. When you learn where to put the brush down,
Fives max. High
so
13s
that
is
if
good.
you aim for there, put on the curl, the stone ends up where you want it, and that was a very decent throw from Agris Lasmans. His stone is before the T line.
Right.
That's the view from the throwing end, so that's a nice throw from him.
Reach right out there, Jay.
Those two yellows are nice, but the
13 now. Come
small
on.
problem is they are behind the T line, so if you push those, they get further away.
It's right out there.
If you push the Latvian stone, it's going to get closer to centre. And that's why that's the danger area.
like
That's
though.
the area you want to
Looks
control.
like it's cutting.
Is that area ahead of the T line.
It's 13-1.
This
No,
is
wasn't
lovely
right.
from Jason Keane. This is
Come
lovely.
on, Jay. Come on.
What a shot.
That's the one.
That is a lovely shot. Yes, I'd love to
Keep
see
that
that
up.
one again. Here it comes. You can
Come
see
on.
it curling anti-clockwise. So right to left as you would be throwing. And look at that, it curls in behind everything. And it stops just short of the pin. This is a great shot.
They're going to probably just
Look,
follow
it
it and
just
tap it back.
sneaks around the guard, sneaks around that shot. That's a pretty decent shot from Latvia, but Jason Keane sneaking in behind all of it. He'll be delighted with that throw. And Latvia need to not be intimidated. They need to stick to their objective. What do they want to do in this second end? They scored in the first end, +1. Their objective for the second end then. They really, at this early stage, they really just want to stop Britain being able to score big. So score 2 or more points.
Right, I'm happy to draw the other way then, Joe.
What do you
And
prefer?
again, good effort from
Can't
Agris
stop them
Lasmans.
both.
What do you like?
They've certainly got chances, but
I like your call.
it's still
I
Britain
like your
with
call on
those 2 yellow stones.
Just
It's 2 yellows that are
18
currently
inch
closest
line.
to centre.
he's okay.
Yep. I'm going to take it right out though, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, it needs to be.
Because we cannot be perfect
Yeah,
on
no,
both
you
of
can
them.
be
so
high. You can be high
I'm
on
going to
this.
follow it down and see what's going on
Yeah,
after
I
it,
will.
right?
I will. We're going barrier.
Yeah. T-lane barrier.
Yeah, I like that. 14,
That's
14.
a
Yeah,
great
14,
view
14,
of the
5.
delivery stick.
Got you, Jay.
Yep, good.
That little hinged piece at the end. That's how you put the curl on the stone if you're a stick player.
Don't know if that's going to cut too much.
Great Britain just recognising the danger of that red stone.
It's cut just a bit too much,
Yeah,
Joe,
it's peeled a
which
little
is a
bit.
shame. Makes it harder.
13-8.
And Jason
Could be line
Keane
3.
and Joe Butterfield helpfully doing a lot of
A little
my
bit
job
heavy.
for me.
It's all right though, isn't it? Makes it more difficult. So
Definitely, yeah. They can't,
It does
they can't
make
get
it more
to
difficult.
top it now.
Yeah, what they wanted to do with that stone
Diviem metieniem. Šitis man liekas ir labāks kā mūsējais.
was trying to
viņiem
block
trīs sanāk,
access to
ja?
those dangerous
Viņam
reds,
trīs.
and he's done that pretty
Nu,
well.
divi točno, trešais man liekas arī ir. 3-0 pielaida šeit piebraukt.
Nu, tad mums bišķi mazāk iegriezt.
Jā,
Parā platā.
jā, uzlikšu.
Important shot here for Latvia.
Jā, man liekas,
Great
stiprāks.
Britain have set this end up very nicely, and it is Great Britain. They have that important little hammer, a little graphic at the bottom of our screen. They have last stone. They will have the final say in this second
3-6.
end. Could it even be 3 yellows closest to centre at the moment? It's certainly 2.
Arī 3-6, jā.
Nu,
And it could
3,
even be
jā,
3 yellows
3-6, 3-6-5. Tev tur pielaidē bija stiprāk. Līnija bija laba.
Stiprāk. Nu jā, vajadzēja. Jā.
Nu, es tev teicu, ka tur ir pielaidē.
100%.
Like 14-5.
Yep. Don't mean protecting our assets yet.
Yeah.
That's a handy way of thinking of it.
Right.
Jason Keane saying, let's protect our assets. What he means is, we already have 2 points sitting at the moment.
Yeah, that's good there.
Right.
That's
We
just
don't need to be
inside
greedy
corner.
at this early stage.
Right, 14-5, Jay.
Yep. Perfect. Right, come on. It's probably on the 12-foot line.
Yeah, full 12, I think.
I threw it tight. Why am I throwing it tight all of a sudden?
No,
Take a bounce.
13-7.
That wasn't what I was meant to do.
Jason just saying that wasn't quite where he wanted the stone. Again, what they wanted to do was just
line
block
3.
access to those dangerous reds at the front of the rings.
Good laugh, buddy, Matt. You're taking 3 or 14.
Kā tev liekas, kurš ir
Perfect
labāks?
weight from Jason Keane, but just overcoming a
Kurš
bit.
labāks?
And Helena
Uz šito,
rush
uz
to
šito.
that, find a way.
Tā, cik bija? 11, jā? Nu, te kaut kur ir.
Final throw for Latvia in the second end. It's on its way.
Thank you.
And of course, in wheelchair curling, the first thing we notice is that there is no sweeping. Once she has released that stone, Polina Roshkova, that's it. Nobody can affect it. She just wants to rest on that yellow. Oh, she hasn't, no.
Nu tagad mums ir trešā.
It's not quite what she wanted. What she has done, though, as she has moved the possible third shot from yellow. So it is now clearly 2 yellows that are currently lying, but big opportunity for Joe Butterfield.
So,
Full 12.
you want full 12? Do you want the corner or do you want a bit more?
No, I think full 12's good.
Right, little one to your right, tiny one. Right, 2 seconds.
13.5.
Yeah, 13.5 gets you right on the green.
More
line.
number code. We'll talk about that later.
I think it's a bit light.
Yeah,
There's been a lot down here, though.
line's good though.
Line was close.
Line does look
never
nice
mind.
here. She's got 2 yellows lying already. This looks
13-4.
awfully nice.
May
This
get it,
looks
you know.
really nice. This
Go
looks
on.
absolutely lovely from Joe Butterfield. Look at that.
Bad Joe.
Perfect. What a throw from Joe Butterfield. Superb second end from the British duo.
I think it's 3. Let me just
And
check.
one more thing, that was done without sweeping, remember?
Yeah, 3. 3.
The teams agree.
3.
It is 3 points to yellow. If they're in doubt, if there are stones, a yellow and a red, that look very similar, they will ask the umpire to measure. You'll get the measuring arm out.
Shot.
3.
But what a response
What's
from
that?
the team from Great Britain.
No.
After the second end, it is Britain now who lead Latvia 3 points to 1.
You're allowed to miss left there. That's fine. Left's okay.
This was the thing I laughed about it. I went every shot. This is I've missed left.
Can I have a
left,
drink?
left.
Excuse me.
And then it's like
You
right
set the
all of a
stone.
sudden. Yeah. So I'll go and set the stone up.
Good weight on it though, Jay. Just think out that.
Yeah. Just stay on it, mate.
Both of you weight real good. So.
Klausamies. Ārni un paši nedomā.
Nē, nu es tev teicu, tur pielaide bija tam, nu pirms, pēdējiem bija pielaide tur stiprāk uz to brauku. Nu 3-0, viņš bija to 3-7.
Ne jau pa manu metienu to pēdējo.
So in this second end then, a perfect response from the British team. Latvia setting up some stones out front, but not quite managing to use them, whereas Great Britain just sprinkling stones all over the centre. And look at this for a final throw from Joe Butterfield. Look at that, straight into the pack. Wonderful shot from her, and it is Britain who are leading Latvia 3 points to 1. That's the situation. Big score of 3 after some really wonderful play from Great Britain in the second end.
High tens.
Yeah,
Just
get-
outside.
get yourself in
Just
there.
outside corner.
And look what's appeared on the scoreboard there. That is a little red box just behind the players. And that tells us that Latvia are setting up power
That
play.
is you right at the corner.
Well, a little one.
Do you want a little one out?
Yeah.
Right, 2 seconds. Right, I've got you.
You can see the difference. The stones are not on the centre anymore. They're over to the side.
Not sure it's heavy enough.
Looks close enough to do something, Joe.
And why would Latvia do that?
11-7.
It's a bit light.
When we set up stones in the centre,
Opened it up.
that's already quite an aggressive setup. The whole objective, the whole point behind mixed doubles was to encourage aggressive play, stones in play.
Sešas.
That's more exciting for
Tagad čušas
us
plātā.
viewers to see.
Ne,
And the
plātā.
power play setup that Latvia are using, this is even more aggressive. This is more aggressive than the stone setup in the centre. It's kind of uber aggressive.
Labi.
The idea of power play is to increase the chance of scoring extra points. And how does that work? That's because if we ask ourselves, what does Polina Rashkova, what would she like to be looking at with her final throw in this end, or any end? And the answer is not a trick question. The answer is nothing at all. So, for example, if that was your view for your final throw, no stones in the way, nothing on that centre line, that's a great situation. And that's why the power play setup, it encourages more points to be scored. Each team has one power play they can use.
Right. Feels like I've put enough on it, but we'll see.
Mine was close.
Could be late.
I didn't get a time, sorry.
No, it's tracking all right.
Looks pretty close. Get up there.
The British pair had really super weight. Actually, all game, it was a
looks nice, Jay.
Big shot from Polina Rashkova in the first end that really saved them.
What we asked for. Did you get a time on that?
That's a decent throw again.
That's what we...
Second shot, but maybe one
Decent
to
okay.
Is the play stone still shot or not? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This one's third.
Okay.
You could just hear that short interaction with their coach. That's allowed now. It used to be not allowed in curling to talk to the coach during the game. Now it is. And this is the disadvantage for the British pair. They both tend to stay at the throwing end. And so when it's close like that, you can see those two stones very close together. It can be harder for them to know which stone is really out-counting the other. Somewhat early in the game for power play. Typically you see them more in the second half of the game. It's often a more conservative start in the first half. And then the teams get more aggressive as the game goes on. But I think this is a wise decision for Latvia.
Kāpēc neberzi? Cik bija spēks?
A big three.
4. Būtu berzis, būtu iekšā.
So Latvia just using their power play to hopefully just
Do you
steady
like
the
that
ship.
red stone?
Yeah.
Get some points straight back on the board.
The one that shot or the...
Yeah, the shot stone.
Yeah, like that.
I like that. Right.
Same weight as your last.
Yeah, 13-3.
Fraction on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
13.5.
Yeah.
You heard that 13.5
A little bit
again.
high.
That's the
Weight feels all right.
speed of the stone that Jason Keane wants to throw here. He wants it to take 13.5 seconds between those green lines. And now it's crossed the far green line. And oh boy, that is
That was all right, wasn't it?
fantastic. That was all right. That was more than all right, Jason Keane. That is a lovely throw. What he has done is really just neutralise the reds on the other side.
Tad ko mēs darām?
Sarkanu uz šejieni, ja paies garam, nepaies garam.
Nu labi. Kad stumjam savējo, jā?
Jā. Divi nulle.
Plenty of experience in this Latvian team.
Līnija laba.
This team have played mixed doubles together in the past 3 World Championships. Sorry, the past 4 World Championships, and these two, they were World Champions in 2023, winning the gold medal there. So they'll know what to do. They'll know how to get themselves points back in this discipline, how to fight back. And the stone just taking a little redirection, but you can see that the weight of the stone, how far it goes, was very good.
That
landing
side?
just on that tee
I
line.
think just over centre.
Yep, perfect, right. Where her
Britain-
brushes now.
Yeah.
Britain can see all of that red.
Right, remember it gives a little bit high, Joe.
Yep.
What, weight? Low nines.
Nice.
Low 9s, so this stone's going to be coming a lot faster
Low and to your
than
right.
the previous stone from Jason Keane. He wants it to take 9 seconds between the two
yeah,
being
like that.
lines.
Right. Come on. Good shot, Jane. Right up. Didn't mind the line.
Jake. I didn't get a time, but you can ask him back.
And even just watching it, we can see this stone coming in at pace. Oh, lovely throw.
Oh, nice.
This is good work from Great Britain.
Perfect eyes. Come on. Jab behind you.
So a faster stone. Wants to remove the red, connects beautifully. And a well-deserved fist bump for the British team there.
Tāda līnija.
Yeah.
Latvia's power play not quite going as nicely as they wanted.
Šaurāks.
Big shot here for Agris Lasmans. They need to do something about these yellow stones. This, oh, that's so close. Oh, I thought he had that. That is most unlucky.
Es rādīju uz otru.
And there we see the big difference that sweepers make in the men's and women's game.
Nē, tas ir skaidrs.
If I could have sprinkled some sweepers down on the ice for Lasmans, I am convinced we would
I
have
don't
got that
mind you
stone
landing on the
around the
tram line.
guard
12, 14, 5. No, so a bit more then.
and
Come on,
perfectly
then.
connecting.
Paralympic logo.
Right. Do you like the corner?
I like the logo.
Yep, I like that. That's you just about perfect. Do you want a little bit more? Or are you happy
No,
there?
I'm happy with that, I think.
Right, oh yeah, I like that. Right,
And we're
2
going
seconds.
14-5.
Yep, 14 now. Right out of the logo.
Final throw of Latvia's power
Felt
play
like it was light enough.
To be honest.
for the
felt like it
British
was light
team.
enough.
They've done
We'll find out.
superbly at neutralising the potential of the Latvian power play. Agris Lasmans so
15-1.
unlucky with that final throw
Oh,
of
spot
his.
on, Joe.
That'll do. Good A's, come on.
That is, again, a wonderful throw
Looking to get
for
marks
Joe
too.
Butterfield.
Yeah, and even that, I don't know how.
Britain,
drink.
Nu, kā ar pielaidi uz
They
to.
don't need to score here, but
es
they do
nesitīšu
want to
stipru,
prevent
es
Latvia
sitīšu-
scoring.
sitīšu kaut kādu desmitnieku. Mums vismaz vienu jāpaņem.
And this is far from an easy shot for Polina Rožkova. She will need all of her World Championship experience to get her team out of rather a dangerous setup here.
No era.
Deep breath. A nice solid throw. Wheelchair curling, you just have that one smooth action
Nice and
with the
check.
stick. There's no chance to recover. And oh, what a shot from Polina Rožkova again. All kinds of pressure on her with her final throw. And she should be taking really good confidence from this. This is really a game changer. 2 yellows were counting, and then she comes straight in on the nose, sits herself, and that really is a game changer, a hugely important shot. That is a score of 1 for Latvia. Their power play not working out, but all kinds of pressure on Polina Rožkova, and she delivers again. So after 3 ends, this game's still tight. It is Great Britain leading Latvia 3 points to 2.
just need to get a score.
Yeah. Score.
Yeah. Go into the
Score is green.
With 1.
Amber is. They get a 1. It's not the end of the world. It's score is best though.
Score is great for us. It's a pretty good try.
Yes, it is. What?
Maybe slinging the other one in.
Latvia then choosing to use the power play setup. That's the extra aggressive stone placement at the beginning of this third end. Somewhat early in the game. We more typically see power play at the second half.
Perfect, guys. Come on. Jab behind.
And again, some super play from Britain to put all kinds of pressure on Paulina Rožkova. And the 2023 world champion really holding her nerve and saving the end there.
4-4. Pretty much like, if you want to look at home, it was almost like 100%.
But that was just a score of 1 there. Would be disappointed Latvia, the power play set up to try to achieve more than 1 point, but it is a score of 1. And after 3 ends, it's Great Britain leading Latvia 3 points to 2, pardon me.
Kaut kur pa šauru bišķi. Nu jau labāk. Uz āru galvenais. Baigi uz āru nebija.
In the fourth end then, we are back to the more usual stone placement on the centre line.
Spēks 2, 3.
Paulina Rožkova continuing with her nice form.
Bija šaurāks un nebija uz āru arī.
That works too. Just punching her own stone forward into the front rings. And you can see where that's ended up. And that red stone nicely placed to use in the future.
But 1 to your left. Right, that's you right out into the corner.
Yep.
Right, 2 seconds. Right, I've got you 13-5. Line's good.
Felt like I put more on it than my guard, but it looks like it's cutting. It does. Sorry, Jay.
It's okay.
I don't think the weight's bad, you know, it's just swinging.
14.
Joe Butterfield helpfully telling us exactly what's happening.
That
She's quite right.
You were out there, though, weren't you? I don't think it looked like I was.
The weight was not too bad, but
Look, you covered that off.
I know.
So they get in there.
she was maybe a little bit tight,
That was...
a little bit inside of where she was aiming for, and that stone curling more than she wanted.
3-0 spēks.
It's the first outing at this level for the British pair.
Jā. Labi.
Yeah, first time really at this level for this constellation from curling from Great Britain. And as we said, the Latvian pair, they've played at all 4 editions of the wheelchair mixed doubles world championships. That's more like it.
Ļoti labi,
That's what he
2-8.
wanted. They've been world champions in 2023, and both players from Latvia also pretty well established in the 4-person format as well. This is more like it. Grace Lasmans was just catching a few molecules of the guard stones on his way past.
Just
He'll be much happier with that.
Right.
Right there.
Perfect.
British coaches making a note of everything.
Right out there.
Yep.
Way to close, I think.
Shoot down and have a look.
If you're a data nerd, curling is for you. There are all kinds of statistics and fun things you can do with your data. That's a good reply from Jason Keane.
Set 13.
Britain doesn't particularly need to score here. Britain are +1. Actually, no, my mistake. It's Britain who now have last stone. We can see from the little hammer. So Britain would, in fact, like to score this end. And that's why we see Latvia playing towards the centre. They want to really cut down the scoring area, make it as hard as possible for the British team to get closer to the centre than they are. This looks lovely again for Magnus Lasmans. His weight was perfect. That stone curling a little more than his previous one. And what do you think from the overhead?
We just need to land on it. Can you get round?
Looks like it's red that's counting for a point just now.
Well, just make it a bit harder, then probably just come wider and stop them from biting the button.
Right up.
Happy with that?
Yep.
I got... Your last one was like 12.5, so it probably needed to be 13. So just a little bit off.
Yep.
Same ice. It was close. It was just a little bit heavy.
Can't. Same spot though, aye?
That's kind of, you probably hack, T-line barrier.
Oh, I've moved quite a lot there.
That's corner.
Yep.
I like that.
Right.
It's another great close-up of the delivery stick. And most of these players, they have their own delivery stick. But
I think it's heavy, Joe.
if you're a wheelchair user and you would like to try curling, you absolutely can. The curling club will have a delivery stick that you can use. You don't need any adjustment to your day-to-day chair. And you don't even need anyone else to be a wheelchair curler. You can go right ahead and play with everyone else, the foot players, the non-wheelchair curlers at club level.
Probably made it a little bit harder for them to...
Everyone can play together.
Vai savu sārgu stumjam virsū.
Mūsu izies ārā.
Ar 2,5 kaut kādu.
Pa šito?
Domāju, uz vienu vai uz otru.
Labi.
Ejiet.
Cik pēdas?
Cik pēdas? 6.
Cik? Ja man liekas, ka tu šeit varētu iebraukt.
Vēl šaurāk, vēl šaurāk.
Latvia have plenty of time on their clock for a short discussion. Both teams get 26 minutes of thinking time. It's a little bit like chess once this stone is released. Now, then the clock goes off, and Great Britain's clock, it will start once this red stone comes to place. Both teams in good time as we approach the halfway. As we said, yeah, this is the disadvantage of the way that the British pair typically play. The two of them tend to stay together at the throwing end.
I thought it was me now.
What's that?
Thought it was me.
Sure that.
But from time to time,
So just a bit more ice, yeah?
when it's close, as it is at the other end, it can be helpful to go and check.
Barrier?
I reckon that my chair was a little bit skewy.
Yeah.
Pointing towards them rather than pointing the way I wanted to go.
Yep.
Skewy is the technical term for not quite lined
That's
up
good
properly.
there. You're out on barrier of T-line.
Yeah. Right.
I've got you.
The semi-final, rather interestingly, it's Britain who have the last stone. And that's an advantage when you have last stone. You have the final say.
Feels like the weight would have been good, just bring it across me there again.
But I think it's red that's closest at the moment.
Little bounce off, nice there.
That's found a nice spot though, that yellow. Yeah, a happy little laugh
Cross me knee though.
from the British team.
But you got that little tickles, all right?
That's not bad, aye.
Yeah. Is there
A
anything
little
they can do on the
tickle,
other
that's
side
another
with that
technical
red?
term.
I think that's what we're trying for.
When you just touch one of the stones on the way and
Šeit
get
tev tagad kaut kas jauns parādījās.
redirection.
Ko tu vēl skaties kaut ko?
Nē, nē,
Normāli,
es
var
skatos,
iestāv.
kā viņa stāv. Nē, to pašu. Daram to pašu.
One more stone for each of our two teams before the half-time break. Polina Rashkova of Latvia, she has really been pulling some fantastic last stones out here.
Spikes 2-5, yeah?
Jā.
Give me a little bit.
You can see, yeah, that's just an added thing to consider. The players working with the IPA, the person supporting the chair while you're on ice.
Nē, nu stiprāks.
Nos nokritīs.
Oh, she's going for red onto yellow. That was a brave try. And actually, I think she may have unhelped there. Yeah, like these Lasman's putting a hand to his mouth. I think, unfortunately for Latvia fans, what's happened there is
I think it's full 12.
Polina Rashkova has created a space now for Joe Butterfield.
Inside, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Do you like Yellowstone handle?
Yeah, I like that.
I don't mind you being 12 and a half.
No, I don't.
Where you're pointing straight at that yellow, do you like that?
The British coaches will be very happy
That's perfect.
with their team's performance. Both teams still looking for a first win in the competition. But really, that's because this competition is both wide open and extremely competitive.
Come on.
It's close, Joe.
Come on.
Now, I thought it was the red
12-5.
stone that was lying short all this time.
Swing. Come on.
She's done it again, Joe Butterfield.
Come on!
A big come on from Jason Keane, and rightly so. That was a very unfortunate final throw for Latvia, and Joe Butterfield again with perfect weight. She doesn't need to throw this as hard as she can. She just needs to move that red half a metre. And look at that, that's 1-2 yellows. And Great Britain really starting to find their rhythm in this game at the halfway point. A score of 2. And at the halfway, after the fourth end, it is Great Britain in pole position. They lead Latvia 5 points to 2.
Absolute bucket.
You don't need the extra t-shirt on.
No, definitely
At least you
not.
can sweat, mate.
I only down one side of my face, though. This side's perfectly dry, just down the left-hand side.
Then. He's on your good side, it's fine.
I think we've got the lines really nicely. We've got a little bit on that side. We just need to stick a bit more.
Do you think it's changed at all?
I think this side felt like we had to take more.
It looked like everybody was just
Everybody
diving in
was,
there.
yeah.
Thinking back to
At
last
the end,
night,
it's
around about
fishing,
this time,
finishing.
it shifted a
This
little
side,
bit.
not so much. I wouldn't say.
Šaurāks bišķiņ.
Both teams then looking for their first win in session 3. So plenty of points out there. And it's really the British team who have got off to the brighter start, really finding their weight, and that means they're very consistent with their throws. Look at this, perfect example. They are really finding what we call T-weight. That's a stone that lands on that horizontal T-line.
13-4, they're getting it,
And here comes another example from Joe Butterfield. And Latvia just not quite keeping up with the British team.
10-4. Labi ir.
Polina Rashkova really having to pull out some precision stuff to keep up with the British team to stay in this game. And yeah, I think this shot was over ambitious, to be honest. I think they would have been better simply trying to block the path there. All they did was open up a path for Joe Butterfield, whose confidence must be sky high. And she has done exactly the same again in that fourth end. So the British camp, they will be delighted with their first half. They will want to do more of the same in the second. There's that lovely final throw in the fourth end then. And at the halfway then, it is Britain who are 3 points ahead. They lead Latvia 5-2. And yeah, we can really see the story of the game there. It is Britain who are just that bit more accurate than Latvia. Overall, 68% accuracy for Britain, 41% for Latvia. And that really telling the story. It's the British team who have really settled into this game. They will be wanting to keep that pressure on in the second half, whereas Latvia, they will be really looking to tighten up, just make sure they've got their weight correct. And they will be looking to bounce back after the break.
We get something to work with on that side, so anywhere on that 4-5 track into the 4 foot's a good shot.
13.5 is the number.
Yeah. Just watch for it shifting, it might come down to that 13 a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
We'll keep grabbing times and we can chat through that as well.
Sounds good.
And I just keep me out.
Yeah, both of us. It's both of
So
us.
we're 12.26. We're all right at the time. We're a little bit doing what we would love to
Normally
be.
be, but not over the word.
Yeah, we're not in a bad spot. We got time out, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for Jay's last one there, after they chipped and opened it up, we were just kind of drawn into that same freeze.
Yeah, okay.
They were playing that tap either way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It worked out obviously because they missed it.
Just
But
got to a back button, I thought actually
We
we'd
looked
have
at
got onto that.
We did discuss it and we did say it's a pretty hard tap for them to make.
true, but it's almost you could freeze the yellow or you could freeze the red, and I'd rather nudge that red a little, maybe lie too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We got more margin to get a
They
good
opened it
outcome.
up for me nicely, which was a bit lucky.
Because if you slide off at that side, you get nothing. If you slide off that side, you lose like one.
No. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and just get the full picture. The option, wasn't it? We can go either side. What do you like?
Yeah.
It's almost as that side was shut down for so long, and then all of a sudden it was open again. That we then had to maybe deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, you manage it really well, icing it well. We're icing smart, so.
Icing matter. I'll tell you what.
2 minutes. Yeah.
Keep up.
Come on.
Yep. Just inside 12.
Half-time break is over. And yeah, look at that body
Little
language.
monkey
The Latvian team, they're
That's
really
you.
under the
Just
cosh
inside
just
12,
now.
yeah?
Perfect. Yep.
Right,
They need to find their best
Yep,
shots
you're good
here.
to go.
Whereas confidence brimming in the British team, rightly so.
I think it's close.
One of these teams
Well,
will
looks close.
break the seal this evening. They will go to 1 win.
12-8.
Still plenty of wins and points to gain out there, but always a relief to get that first win safely on the board. That's
all right,
another
Joe.
fantastic start from Joe Butterfield.
That'll do.
I'll
That
do.
will do.
Rita.
Latvia already used their power play. That's the little red box on the scoreboard just behind the players.
Go on. Let's see. One.
You can see it there, but just scoring one. British team successfully neutralising Latvian power play, and Great Britain, they still have their power play that they can use in the second half. That's more like it from Alina Rashkova.
Mazliet uz iekšā.
A little bit high, that stone.
Mazliet
That's
caurāk.
travelling a little bit too quickly, but
Kas ar ķermeni
Dod
uz
pieķers, dod vēl labi.
they safely got a red in behind cover, and that's important.
Sit on it.
So what do you think?
Full 12.
Line is up a touch high,
A
Joe.
little bit more.
Yeah.
A little one to your left. Yeah, like that. 13.5.
Yeah.
Let me get a time. Yep.
Right.
I've got you.
35.
More number speak from the Great British team. 13.5, we've heard that
Feels
one
like it should
before.
be.
That's how fast they want the stone to travel between the two lines. And we heard Joe Butterfield talking about 12,
Is it late?
and that isn't a time.
12,
He is
7.
talking about the rings that we can see here.
Good there.
Another super
Hard to get the
throw.
double O.
Great
Yeah.
restart for Jason Keane.
You got to get out the way.
Maybe not emphasise
Little bit.
too much.
A little bit heavy.
Moving.
You will hear curlers over all disciplines, though,
Mums ir vēl joprojām ir labākais.
talking in numbers.
Mums ir labākais, vienkārši pamainam leņķu.
Jā, jā.
And when Joe Butterfield was talking about 12, she means the 12-foot circle, curling predating the metric system by many hundreds of years. And all curling players will still talk about the 12-foot, the 8-foot and the 4-foot circle. That's the blue, the white and the green in our stadium here. The different colours are just to help your eyes. You don't get more points for being in the green circle. This is a nice throw from Agnes Lasmans. This is more like it from Latvia. Maybe just a little pause, deep breath during the half-time break.
Yeah.
I don't hear it, but he has just.
Play the ice and play the same weight as him.
Yep. What do you think about that?
Need to start countering this strong play from the British
The
duo.
logo,
Yeah, I like that.
not the Paralympics logo, the other one.
The square.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
What we hit? 12 and a half.
I think so. Yeah, I like that.
Right.
12 and a half.
Just inside that square.
That refers to the speed of the stone.
Right, 12 and a half.
Yeah. Line's close.
Do you want to go and have a look?
Need to stay up though.
Remember, no sweeping in wheelchair curling. Once that stone's on its way,
Jā.
we can't affect it. Again, I'm sure if I could have magicked some
So
sweepers
close,
out
but
there
yet so
for
far.
Jason Keane, I'm sure we could have got that around that guard, but this is why every
Line
stone
two.
in wheelchair curling has a higher
Ielai,
degree of
that's best,
difficulty
ir?
than for the foot players.
Nu, nedaudz. Nedaudz. Faktiski 3-0 jāmet. Šaurāks.
Not making many mistakes, Great Britain, so Latvia need to capitalise now
Trinam. Ai, šaurās un vājā.
He doesn't like that one though, Lasmans. He's still a little bit inconsistent with his weight, Lasmans for Latvia. And Great Britain breathing a bit of a sigh of
Same
relief.
sort of.
Yeah, a little bit more ice.
Yeah.
I think it was high 11s of weight, so it needs to be a little bit less weight, a little bit more ice.
Yeah. Same weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's just high of that square.
Right, perfect. Right.
Got you.
A lovely shot of the Great British team
A little
there.
bit lighter.
A little bit.
And you're probably more used to seeing
It's all right,
teams
yeah.
from
I didn't get this one.
Scotland and sometimes
Nice, Jake.
England and Wales in curling.
Swinging a little bit. It's good, Jay.
Water mistake
Hey,
that was
Jason.
from Agnes Lasmans.
Come on.
Jason Keane's not missing much today. He's not going to miss it twice.
Is that line shot?
And that stone again doesn't need to be thrown that hard. He just needs to move those reds. Doesn't matter that the red doesn't go out of play. Look at that yellow that he just threw. It's almost covering the hole right in the centre. And now Latvia really in all kinds of trouble early in this second half. Very difficult to move those reds. Sorry, to move those yellows and bring the red into play.
Paņemam timeout.
Nu labi, tā mums. Bet tev nav variantu nekādu, tev piebrauc.
Nu, man mums 2 metieni vēl ir.
Latvia then
Te
calling
kaut kur
time out.
jāpiebrauc, nezinu.
That means that their clock will stop. Their coach will... Well, they're at their coach's end anyway. You can see him in the background just taking off his jacket. He will come down for a 1-minute interaction, offer some advice. Yeah, Latvia really in all kinds of trouble in this game. Let's see what
Brauc klāt.
Andris Veidemanis has to say.
Ko tad? Jā. Nu, šis bija sasteigts. Neko es varu izdarīt. Nu, neko, nezinu. Vienu jāatdod, vai? Cik būs 6, 2.
Nē, nu tagad ir 5, tad vēl ir 3. Ar? Jā. Ar šo topsēsi lietu. Jā.
Cipa šito?
Nē, šeit.
Nē, pēc tam sist.
Pēc tam, jā.
1 minute is concluded. The official just saying to the coach that the timeout is finished. Yeah, I think this is about all we can do, Latvia. Just try to set something up so that with their final throw, they can get some points on the board here. But really running head first into a spectacularly strong performance so far. A very different body language, the British camp, very relaxed. Lots of smiles. Latvia really up against it. That's not going to make it though. That stone had to be longer than that. What they wanted was to just land that red just on top of the yellow. It probably wouldn't move it very far, but just connect the red to the yellow.
Just outside.
So that with their final throw,
that square.
Yep, that's
And
right.
same
to
weight
punch
as
the
yours?
yellow
I was
back.
quite heavy. I was in the
So,
12.
okay, we'll
so
play.
I don't mind you playing the Agitos and then a little bit later.
Yeah, I agree.
Agnes Lasman struggling a little bit for consistency here.
Right,
And
that
Great
is
Britain
you right at the
not.
Agitos. See you later.
Yep.
Right.
13.
2 seconds. I've got you. Yep. Got that.
Did a little bit. I suddenly remembered at the end that he was a swinger.
It's Great Britain who are 3 points ahead. It is Great Britain who are currently lying closest to centre. That's fine from Joe Butterfield. I think maybe that's even a second shot into that tiny little space. She's got this weight perfectly in her pocket. It's about the third or fourth time she's done that. A perfect T weight, just sitting on that horizontal line. And very, very difficult now for Latvia to score at all here. They're going to have a look at it.
Ja es vienkārši viņu pabakstīšu, un mums būs otrais. Ja es stipri uzsitīšos, tagad paskatu citu stipri.
Šiet garām?
Jā, nu tas. Nu vienkārši braucam uz viņa, jo viņš ir otrais. Mums nekas cits nav. Nu vienkārši tur ir jāiebrauc.
Ar kaut kādu 2-5, ne?
Jā.
She has played some courageous stones already, Polina Rožkova, and she's going to need another one here.
Šitā.
Of course, only upper body strength for the wheelchair players. Most, if not all, of the power for the foot players really comes from that leg drive. Only upper body strength for a wheelchair game. That also increases the level of difficulty for each stone. Oh, again, that's another brave try from Polina Rožkova. I think she may have cut it down to 1.
1 for sure.
One for sure, they say.
I think it could be 2.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
I don't think it's 2.
1 for sure.
I think it's 2.
Yeah,
Measure those 2.
I think we should measure it.
Measure,
I
please, yeah. Measure. Yeah.
think we should
Take this one away.
make sure
Yeah.
it's a Paralympic Winter Games. Every point is very important. So they've asked the official, can the umpire measure, please? So we shall see the measuring device for the first time
It's hard to tell though, isn't it?
in our coverage.
I'm not sure if he said yes too, or if he, I don't know.
No, he says measure.
Okay.
The on-ice official making the universal signal for, can I have a measure, please? Which is waving your finger in a circle at head height. What do you think? Looking at it again with all the other stones out of the way, certainly could be yellow. We will soon find out. It's certainly 1 point to Britain, and this is a measure to see if it's 2 points. So there's a little pin that drops down from that big metal arm. There it is. And there's a little gauge on the end of it. And there you can just see at the top in that little box, there's a needle. And the little pin dropping down, that pushes the needle round. And whoever pushes the needle round more, they are closer to the centre.
Yeah. 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 1 yellow. Yeah. Perfect.
And moving the yellow away, that tells us, and Jason Keane confirming it, that it was 1 yellow, so Latvia were right to call for a measure there. So Polina Rožkova with her last stone, limiting the damage, but running out of ends, Latvia, to turn this game around. Yes, encouraging words, please, from the Latvian coach. This is the situation. After 5 ends in our featured game, it is session 3 of the brand new mixed doubles for wheelchair curling. And it is Great Britain leading Latvia 6 points to 2.
Try and steal our way at the end.
classic mixed doubles pile-in with the first few stones. Everything in that 4 foot in the green circle. But again, just a couple of half shots from Latvia, and Britain closing that door, making no mistake, making it all but impossible for red to score. Again, a gutsy stone from Polina Rojkova, excuse me. A measure tells us she did cut it down to 1 yellow point only, but Latvia, they only have 3 ends left to turn this game round. The British fans will be delighted with their team's performance. British people love watching curling.
By the time he gets old,
So that's the situation. Only 3 ends left, 6, 7 and 8. Britain are 4 points ahead. You're never comfortably ahead in this discipline. It's deliberately set up to be an aggressive format. You're never safe, even if you're points ahead. And Latvia need to keep that in mind. But mixed doubles, much easier to turn a game around than in the traditional rules. But look at that percentage for Jo Butterfield, 70%. As we said, every shot in wheelchair curling has a higher degree of difficulty than in foot curling because you don't have sweepers. You're using only upper body strength, not leg drive.
Let's keep it up.
And also, you deliver in one smooth motion. So you just have that forward movement with your arm. No chance to adjust a delivery like the foot players have. So hats off to Jo Butterfield. She is having a standout game today. And a big thank you again to our ice player assistants. I tell you, they will feel that on their knees tomorrow. It is a very good workout for your quads, for your leg muscles, being an ice player assistant in wheelchair curling. You're squatting up and down all game long. And again, that's a good effort from Polina Rojkova. But Britain just that little bit more accurate at the moment.
Well,
35's okay though.
Yeah, Polina's was 12.44.
Yeah, your cue's good there. Just in front of barrier.
Yep, that's fine.
Right, let me get your time. Right.
Right on.
I've got you, Jane. Yeah, line's close.
Yep.
Probably in that space.
Both
Probably
Britain and
tighter than I
Latvia
would want to be, but
have teams in mixed doubles as well as the 4-person
Higher than
game.
12.
still, yeah.
4-person wheelchair curling, that's starting in a couple of days' time. And look at that, yeah, it was indeed it was a very good shot from Polina Rojkova.
It's 12-7, good weight. Good weight, take more ice next time.
But Jason Keane and Jo Butterfield, they are missing nothing. Look at this. Just touches his own stone, but that stone was pretty much stopping in the centre anyway, and poor Latvia, they must be feeling
Vai nu piefrizējamies šeit, vai nelielu
battered and bruised out there.
Mums jāsaglabā mūsu akmens.
The Latvian
Nav pa
team.
platu? Slota nav pa platu, domā?
Confidence may be slipping a
Nav
bit.
pa platu slota? Nevajag šaurāk?
That is
Nu
the correct shot.
šitādi.
Yep. Again, what Latvia need to do is just keep red stones in play, try to set up some angles so then they can
Līnija.
use red stones to punch the yellows out of play. The British team, they could hardly have just gone up there and placed their stones any better. This looks better. This looks better from Lasmans. That's more like it.
Ļoti labi.
That is a great shot. Why is that such a good shot? See, this is more like it. Here it comes again. Doesn't need to be really heavy. It doesn't need to blast those stones out of play. What's important is that red is now in that control area. It's ahead of T line, and it's quite difficult to remove it because there's a whole pile of stones behind. There it is. Not very easy to get that red moving.
A little one to your right.
A whole bunch of stones behind it that will catch it.
Yeah, that's T-line barrier, just over maybe.
Look at the accuracy for Jason Keane as well.
Let me get a time.
Right.
Yeah.
The British duo
It's right out there.
Yeah, that's good.
lost their first 2 games.
Looks a little heavy,
But
does it?
nobody's playing badly across this competition. It's just really difficult.
Looks too heavy, Joe, sorry.
12-2.
Only 8 teams qualify for the mixed doubles, the inaugural event here at Paralympic Winter Games. And
Sorry,
a rare
Joe.
mistake there from the British team. Latvia have to capitalise.
Just trying to stop them from coming on.
There isn't really there isn't a dominant team, a dominant country for mixed doubles. Not yet. We've only had 4 World Championships. And in those 4 World Championships, all 12 medals have gone to 12 different countries. That's how competitive mixed doubles is in wheelchair curling.
Spēks laikam nav.
There is no team that dominates this
Cik bija?
event. Any of these 8 teams
3-5.
could absolutely still be on the podium. That's another much better throw from Agnes Lasmans.
Luke said he was quite happy with that. They've got the tap on the red, or we can tap the yellow ourselves.
Yeah.
He said if we get a chance, play it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Butterfield again,
Like, you've still got
helpfully,
the red, but we can't do both.
Yeah, we can't do both.
helpfully explaining to
The
us
red
the
red's in a good
options
spot, like.
available.
It is. Go with this one. Yeah?
Yeah. What am I doing? Tapping the yellow?
Yeah.
Right.
Here's the coach's end.
What do you think?
I think it's the
They will want to see
the
this
white
form
logo.
continue.
Same weight.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more on it.
I was a little bit heavy on the last one, like.
A little, yeah, probably the same as what you played. Yeah, I like that.
Right up.
Same weight you played on your last one.
Yeah.
Right, let me
Remember,
get a
you
time.
don't need to be lying short. You don't need to be scoring points after every throw. You do need to be lying shots and scoring points after the last
Okay, maybe a
throw.
little bit heavy.
And especially at this level, quite often it doesn't necessarily become clear what's going on or what the overall tactic was until that last stone is coming.
8 on it. Did it work?
Is that any good?
Did it work? I heard a yes, but nobody else said yes. You might want to go down. He's going down. Let's go down.
Yeah, let's go on.
I'll get my cue. You go.
I think it makes sense, Britain,
Nē,
yeah,
kas tur
to
ir?
go
Apstīties.
and have a look. I'm not sure that helps them too much. They've really opened up some space for Latvia to now move yellows around.
Ja tu
Stipri
sitīsi, skaties, ja tu sitīsi, mēs tēmautu jau ņemam. Ja stiprais, tad šitais izies, paicies šito viņi izies, šitais varbūt šeit kaut kā
Es jau
izrilēs.
nemaz viņam pierē nevar trāpīt.
Jā,
sarkanais
jā, jā,
tāds.
jā,
Ja es
jā,
viņam
jā.
pa malu trāpīšu, viņš jau...
Davai tad spiežam vienkārši.
Lai uzsist normāli. Stipro. Mums tas sarkanais traucē, Ārnis teica.
Jā. Varam vēl pabakstīt viņu. Ja mēs 2 paņemsim, arī nebūs slikti.
Jā. A te no 7. pirmais.
Šeit var citādāk, šeit var pa otros sīst. Šitais ir ārā, viņš šeit iestrēk, viņš šeit iestrēk. Bet mūsējais būs šeit. To varam atstāt uz pēdējo.
Jā, šito.
Tagad, jā.
Bet te arī tas hitenrals neko tur tādu.
Slikts.
Tas dubultais.
Viņš ir slikts, viņš nebūs, viņš šito iespējas
Labi.
pusējā.
Tad ar 10 kādu, vai?
Nē, es domāju...
Vienkārši pabakstīt?
2-0, jā, pabakstam, 2-5.
Mums vajag to, lai tas sarkanais ir projām.
Nedaudz pasit, ar 2-0.
Nē, šaurāk, 10 netīši.
10?
Jā. I'm not ready, I'm not
They
ready.
could do with getting on with this, Latvia.
Not yet.
They're spending a little bit too much time discussing here. And they don't want to be rushing
No, okay, yeah.
in an 8th end because they've used up too much time already. So they need to keep an eye on their clock from here. If you run out of time, if your time clock goes to 0, you automatically lose the game, no matter what the score is, no matter who is ahead. If you run out of time, you forfeit the game. That is a pretty good effort from Agris Lasmans. What he's done is just bump all the yellows now behind T-line. He was ever so unlucky, just catching just the edge, a few molecules of his own red stone on the way in, but look at that, he has made more space. Important for Latvia, really important to try to get 2 here in the 6th end. Therefore, Britain's objective is to prevent Latvia from scoring 2.
Don't mind that at all. Right, little one to your right, tiny one. Right up. Yeah, that's good. Right, 2 seconds. Right, I've got you.
You can see on the scoreboard,
A little bit inside.
But we've got the way.
Think
we
it
play
did.
8 ends. If scores are tied after 8 ends, we will play an extra end to decide the winner. And you don't need to save up time
Stay up.
just in case an extra end is coming. The clock resets and everyone gets 4 minutes to do that. And she's done it again. Whatever Joe Butterfield had at lunch, she should do it again tomorrow. Just again and again, she is nailing that final throw, making life so difficult for Latvia.
Red.
Most of it gets 2.
They're heavy.
Jason Keane is quite right. The most they can get is 2 points.
GBR 13.06.
Even if Latvia get 2 points, that would, so there, the red is definitely closer.
I got 13.06.
They got to get inside nose for 2.
Yeah.
They knows that they maybe only get 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an easy shot again for Polina
She's got it inside nose
Roshkova.
at 2.
Right, absolutely.
And that's still okay.
Yeah.
I fully agree with Jason Keane. Even if she makes 2 perfectly, it would be Britain who would be 6-4 ahead, and it would be Britain who have last on advantage, getting very close to the conclusion of this game. Yeah, you're using up too much time, Latvia. You need to get on with this.
Nu, smuki jāpiebrauc, braucam
You are going to
mājā.
leave yourselves rushing.
No ar atspiešanos.
Nu,
There's the clock behind them. They still have 2 ends to go, and
nu jā.
if you divide the 26 minutes by 8, you really should have about 3.5 minutes per end.
10.
So you should be at about 7 minutes by now. They are way over time.
Cik viņai spēks bija, tu ņēmi?
9.
9.
You need to get
Jā,
going, Latvia.
2,5.
No more discussions in the next 7th and 8th end. So Latvia lying 1 red point at the moment. Polina Roshkova has really been pulling some game-saving shots out with her final throw. This line looks tremendous. Oh! Goodness me, now what? Certainly 1. Next to Joe Butterfield, that's 1 red for sure. Will we get a second measure?
Just 1.
I think it is just 1 this time.
Come to us anyway.
I don't blame Latvia though if,
See what he says.
yeah, see what they say. I don't blame Latvia if they want to measure this again, you
See what
know.
he says.
Big difference between
I
scoring
know,
1
experience, yeah.
and scoring 2
Nu,
here.
viens točni ir, a otrs. A 2.
Yeah.
Nu, 2.
Okay, measures. Just
Okay,
just
let him do it. Good
I
stuff.
think they're very sensible.
1 for sure. Yeah.
1 for sure.
Es ļoti.
That's right.
We'll remove all the other stones around. And we will again see the measure come out. A measure to see if it's a second red point or whether that yellow is actually still closer. Even with those rings to help, remember, we don't get extra points for being in a particular colour of ring, but even with those rings to help, sometimes with the eye, you still can't decide. So we get the measure out. Same drill. You see the official moving the little needle or the little pin that drops down. There we are. The pin moving the needle on the dial. Whichever stone pushes the needle, whichever stone pushes the little arm further, that is closer. Here we go. And it is yellow that's closer. Moving the red away to indicate it's the yellow stone that was closer to centre. The yellow pushed that needle round a bit further.
Yeah, for sitting good, I don't mind peeling my J's, just so they've not got a way out later on.
Really unlucky for Paulina
They put a
Rožkova.
centre on, yeah. Like if I've got a good thing going, I don't mind just clearing it.
And I agree with Coach Luke Carson. I do think the Great Britain team have a good thing going here in this game. This certainly their best game so far. So that was finally, after another measure, that was a score of 1 only to Latvia. And after 6 ends, it is Great Britain leading Latvia 6 points to 3. So, super play again from Great Britain. They just cannot miss that T-line weight, piling the stones towards the centre. And Latvia really doing their best. They're fighting very hard out there, but just struggling to keep up with the precision of the British shots out there. Paulina Rožkova really unlucky not to score 2 with that final throw, but it was a score of 1 to Latvia. And that means that going into the 7th end, it is still Great Britain leading 6 points to 3. That is the Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium. It's like a little jewel sparkling in the Cortina landscape there. That's where all the curling is taking place in Paralympic Winter Games. We have kicked off with the very first mixed doubles event here at Paralympic Winter Games. The traditional rules with the 4-person team. That will be kicking off soon. We have loads of curling to watch together over the next 10 days. We will have a brand new champion in mixed doubles for wheelchair. We have the current world champions here.
It's okay.
We have the 2024 world champions here, the 2023 world champions here.
Like middle 8, just so they can't come in the corner and lie.
Are you all right with that?
This discipline is so competitive
About 13 or 13's okay.
that the 2022 world champions did not qualify.
Quite smooth, a little bit tight.
A little bit tight. Not dreadful, I don't think.
The 8 teams
long as the weight's
qualifying
right.
for this
Felt
inaugural
okay, but it looks like
mixed
it's swinging
doubles
like mad.
and wheelchair curling.
A little bit.
Fantastic achievement in itself. 21 teams compete in the Worlds for
Sorry, Jade.
mixed doubles,
Not what I
and
wanted.
only 8 of them play here. So
Little
even
late.
qualifying,
Little
even
bit tight.
being in this magnificent stadium
Came over it.
is a big
Felt like
achievement.
I gave it a thing, but I must have just taken the weight off it.
Labi.
Well, while we've been chatting about how strong this field is, you may have noticed that there is now a little yellow box on the scoreboard, and that means that Team Great Britain have called power play.
2-4. Mums labāks.
The placed stones then don't start in the centre, as usual. They're in the more aggressive setup, off to the side. And what's going on here? Great Britain are already 3 points ahead.
I don't mind edge of button, kind of mid-4.
They don't need to get loads of points in this end.
Red.
Yeah.
13.5.
What's going on
Yeah, that's
is
good there. You just got it on that red.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Great Britain are really just using this power play a bit strategically, just to make sure that they're not getting in
I'm going to see if
Feels like
a
that's
mess
the
towards the
fluid
centre. This is another way of using the power play if you're already ahead in the game, and Britain are. Another way of using the power play is really just to make sure that Latvia are not getting a chance to build points. If you keep the play away from the centre, it's harder for Latvia to make points in this 7th end. And that's, again, just a super throw from the British team.
Is that red sitting?
I tell you, there are plenty of foot curlers who would love this level of accuracy. They would love to be throwing so nicely with sweeping,
6 packs.
3-4.
as the British
Ļoti labs
wheelchair team
spēks.
are doing without sweeping. That's a nice throw though from Latvia. Kind of cancels out the left on the, sorry, the yellow on the left of our screen.
Mums ir otrais, trešais.
What do you like?
I like coming towards them 2 reds. What do you think?
What's that?
I like coming towards the 2 reds. What do you think?
Going towards them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Try and kill them. What did the bench say out?
They said if that one wasn't there, then just try and kill that back red.
Yeah.
But what do you like, heavy, or do you just like
Up to you.
draw?
Britain's
What do you
clock
like?
ticking down as well.
I wouldn't
Both
like to
teams
knock it back, but
really running out of time here.
I would like to make the shot, which would be ideal. Right. Edge of button.
What weight are you playing?
13.
Okay. I think it needs a little bit more than that then.
Right up.
Edge of 4.
Yeah.
A little one to your left. Yeah, that's good.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Come on, Joe.
Great
Feels
Britain
heavy.
then really focusing
shame.
on just keeping the play away from
Not
the
heavy,
centre of
heavy,
the
but-
ice.
Looks heavy.
Latvia's chance of making points in the 7th end. Latvia doesn't have last stone anymore. So they're already at a disadvantage from that perspective, and harder for Latvia
It's got a bit deep.
to get points in the
Back,
7th
I
end
think we're sitting short.
if they don't have those stones in the middle to hide behind.
Viņiem ir tas
That's why
tuvāk.
Britain are
Ir
playing
divi
power play.
labāki.
Divi viņiem ir.
And looking good so
Šitais un
far.
Tad,
šitais ir
jā,
labāki.
hitanroll. Hitanrolls ir. Sitam.
Pierre arī der. Pierre būs labi. Jā.
Nu, nevar. Uz iekšu.
To vēl ir.
We're in the 7th end out of 8, unless we go to an extra end. And Latvia running out of ends, running out of stones to turn this game round. They cannot let Britain get any further ahead from them. Britain +3 in this 7th penultimate end.
Jā, sastāvs.
Very important that Latvia don't let Britain get any further away from them.
The red's still at the
Anything
top,
can happen
yeah?
in this discipline. The setup
I don't mind
is
being a touch higher.
designed to be
You are
aggressive.
full 12 at the moment. That's the outside of them top ones.
Do you like that?
Yep.
There you go.
But with the accuracy of this pair
You're
today,
playing-
Yep. 13-5.
still a big job for Latvia to stop them.
Time's a little bit high.
A little bit high. I don't think it's a disaster. As long as the weight's there.
So I think it's a touch light.
You
Looks
can
a bit
see a
high.
lot of the players here at the
Come on.
Paralympic Winter Games. A lot of them have a handle or a grip just to steady themselves while they're throwing.
That is such a shame.
It's all right, Jay.
But if you just want to
Just a bit
try
light.
curling,
Yeah.
you don't
I'd
need
say they're
any
playing
adjustment
the
to
hit on that
your
one.
day-to-day
Yeah.
chair.
Super light, mate. Sorry.
The curling club, they will have the delivery stick you can use. And You don't need any
Must be
special
flat,
adjustment to your
Cheetah.
day-to-day chair. Your curling club colleagues will gladly help. Just support you by holding your wheels behind as you throw.
Labi.
So even if
Zāru
you're
bišķi vēl.
the only person you know who wants to do wheelchair curling, you absolutely can. You can go right ahead and join in with everyone else. A rare mistake then from Britain gives Polina Rožkova a chance to set up a steal. Latvia without last stone.
2-8.
If they can get points in the 7th end, they will have stolen points. And that's not quite where she wanted it, but as you can see,
Do you like centre line?
Yep, I think a little bit more, don't mind.
Sorry, Jay.
Don't mind a little bit more.
Okay,
as
just
you
over.
can see, that red stone,
Low 9s.
Yep.
it is out in the open, but there are a couple of stones behind it.
There you go.
So Jo Butterfield needs to get her angles right here. She doesn't want to just squirt that red
All right.
straight back
That's
onto
you
those
pointing
catchers.
Just to the left of the centre line.
Do you like that?
Do you like that, Addy?
Yep.
Yep. Just send it down there, Joe. Right, 2 seconds. I've got you.
Big chance for the British duo
That's why we played it.
to put this game
That looks good.
Like it's
close to the finish line, surely.
Stuff it through the gap.
Well, that's
Okay.
exactly
Is
what
it
we said
two?
the risk
So
was.
now we're going to have a look.
And Polina Rožkova with her final
it
throw,
two yellow?
finding
I don't think so.
it is not 2 yellow, no, it's not even 1. Polina Rožkova
I think it's just
finding
one, I think.
just enough
The
of a
red
stone
jam.
placement there to get the mistake from Britain.
One red. Is it?
It is 1 red.
Oh, it is.
Sarkanotas ir
Oh, one red.
Yeah, as we said, that was
Didn't say
always the
that.
danger.
zaļo.
Did you?
No, maybe we need to do it on the other hand.
And Latvia
We've got hammer going down.
living on the edge, but still advantage Britain, but that was
Jā, 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 jā.
a very important steal of 1 point to Latvia. They get a point without having last stone.
So
this game's still alive.
Jā, jā,
It is
jā.
Great Britain 6, Latvia
Un
4.
11 pēdas.
No, jā, riktīgi tur veļās iekšā. Agrīt no līnijas, pat bišķi no negatīvā koridora 11 pēdas visas gāja iekšā.
Šitā pusē, jā?
Vai?
Nu, tad varbūt pa otru pusē.
Man pilnīgi vienalga, ej pa kuru pusi. Iekšā tikai neieskrien sargā.
Jo šītis arī beigas man cik tur valēja.
Vai?
Nu, atceries pa manu pēdējo tur, nu, uz to pusi. Kad bija, nu, jā, kur es gāju, tā kā atspiest.
An intriguing end then. Great Britain using their power play, really just to try to keep the centre free, just to try to make sure that Latvia can't score, that Latvia can't start getting close to their lead. But Polina Rožkova, lovely weight with her last throw. And
Stuff it through the gap.
we said this was a risk, and that is exactly what happened.
Okay.
Is it 2?
Then now we're going to have a look.
It was a steal of 1 point to Latvia. Good stone placement, tempting the mistake from Great Britain. Latvia still hanging on as we go into the 8th end. There's the overview. What an important point in that 7th end.
Te kaut kur ir. Nu jau labāk, jā. Uz āru padodam.
What does Latvia have left in this 8th end? Both teams have used their power play. Both teams have used their timeout. Both teams are behind schedule on their time clock. Neither team has the time to have big discussions here in this 8th end. If you run out of time on your time clock, you lose the game. And that is a perfect start from Polina Rožkova.
Bija jābūt tur, man,
3-2, 3-1.
jā, man bija jāpaliek tur.
Kur?
Nu, tur. Kas, es
See Britain's time clock ticking down behind there.
Brauc.
For this 8th end, you really wanted to start with about 3.5 minutes.
Nē.
Viņu metiet.
Both teams behind schedule. Yeah, we do not have time for discussions in this 8th end.
What were you?
Just a back ring weight. Nothing.
12 8, 12 9?
Yeah. High 12 is good.
Objectives,
What, do you want?
pretty
I think
easy.
that's square.
The white logo?
Well, objectives straightforward at least. Not easy to
There
achieve.
you go. Yeah, like that. If you
Latvia,
catch it on the inside, that'd be ideal.
Yep.
they need to steal
Right.
2 more points. They need to score
Pretty
2,
close
even though
to
they
it.
don't have last stone.
Right. Okay.
And Britain simply need to prevent that, even if Latvia would score 1 point.
Oh, really smooth.
That's fine for Britain. That would get them over the
And
line.
I was a bit inside. I took the guard, it's okay.
There's that Wilson somewhere.
That was shite, Jay, sorry. That was shite, sorry, Jay.
And that's a rare miss from Joe Butterfield. She
Yeah.
has had
yeah, didn't get to it at all.
spectacularly good way all
Didn't get to it
game.
at all. Right, what are we going to do?
Braucam iekšā.
Yeah,
Same again, please, for Latvia. That is the fun part for we viewers, at
Beigas uz
least.
āru.
That is the fun of mixed doubles. You are never safe. There are always stones in play. There are always guards out front. And that's why you are never safe. Even if you're plus a few points. In the 4-person game, you would often hit for home. Just keep removing stones.
5-5.
And that is simply not so easy in mixed doubles. That's coming up short for Agris Lasmans, but it's more use there than too long. The tolerance for that shot was definitely rather shorter than longer.
What weight?
Corner, maybe.
12.
Yeah, I don't mind 12.
Right up.
Low 12s.
Yep.
Let me get a time.
Right up. You good?
Right. Yeah, I'm good. Right, we've got a timeout, remember?
Yeah. Weight's close.
We have to watch that time.
Yep.
Move left. Move left.
In fact, Britain have not used their official timeout yet. Oh, and that over curled. He's simply replaced one guard with another.
Because
Yep.
they're still getting thing.
Yep. Where were they? Were they?
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye. Okay, we'll have to be
Just
careful.
started
Okay, okay. We need to be careful then.
Pagaidi, tu esi jau platāk. Labi.
Huge opportunity then for Latvia. All they can do is give themselves a chance. It is Great Britain who have last stone in this 8th end. They will have the final say.
3-3.
All Latvia can do is try and set themselves up with a chance. And that's more like it. That's a red stone that they can use. They can punch that forward.
Right,
Latvia lying 1 point already, but they need to score 2 points here, even without last stone.
14-5.
Yeah.
Right, let's get straight
Line's
away.
good.
Away.
Weight feels close.
In the wheelchair game, you do get a little bit extra time compared with foot player game.
It's a bit hot, maybe. Looks a bit hot.
Because, yeah, it's not so convenient to travel up and down the ice repeatedly.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Might not
That is an
Ideal place for
oopsie.
them. Shit.
Should we call a
That
timeout?
is not what they wanted.
Gives you a bit more time as well.
Yeah, it's not going for it. We're going to have a look.
Well, it really looked like Great Britain were on top of this game. But as we said, you're never safe in mixed doubles. It's an aggressive setup, placing the stones at the start of an end. Just a couple of mistakes starting to creep in to the British duo's play. But Latvia, they need to capitalise on those mistakes. Struggling a little bit still to set up an end. Ooh, is this going to find a nice place? It's not bad.
Tev vēl ir?
Nav.
Timeouts viņam.
Vienu minūti.
And I think Britain have indeed called their timeout, so this is their official coach interaction. I don't think they really need advice.
Doesn't give them much to lie to.
I think they really just need to stop using up time on their official time clock.
What are you guys seeing?
Well, that's lined up really well.
Let's
But
see
also
what
the draw
Carson
around
has
here
to
is
say.
still there, I'd say.
I don't think they can do much with this yellow
Okay.
to lie too.
Okay.
Right.
So,
'Cause that was
close
the
this one
worry.
down.
Even through the porch, tough.
I think it is.
Well, he's just had a go at it.
We haven't got much time, so
Yeah.
we need to
I think we're guarding on this side.
garden on this side.
Just a question of whether I think we probably want to cover the port.
Right.
As in, right, through the gap.
I think if he's through the gap, he
Okay.
can do something with that.
Okay, so 18-inch
Right up.
line.
On the tram line,
Yeah, tram line.
Right.
let's try and get it stone off away in the timeout as well.
Aye, perfect,
There's a
aye.
bit of time for the last.
Yep, perfect.
You got it.
A highly efficient timeout from
Right.
the British team there. We heard them say, let's try and get the
Just
stone
outside barrier.
played during the timeout. That's absolutely
T-line.
allowed.
Yep.
A little bit more.
Just save yourself a little bit of time
25.
for your final throw.
Like 15's okay, yeah?
Yep. Right. Cover the port.
Concentrate. Straight arm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Remember, we said at the
Right, do
beginning
that.
of
Yeah,
end
that's good
eight,
there.
Right up.
one red point, that's fine for Britain. That would make the overall score 6-5. They would still record their first win, so they don't need to worry too much
That's
about
close.
I think it's a bit heavy though, Joe.
that red that's
out.
currently
Right, get over
scoring.
here.
What they need to make sure of is
Right
that
back, Jay.
Latvia cannot score a second.
It's good, but that's nice there, Jake.
Close the port touch.
Come on. And it's knocked that one out as well. Yeah, that's probably
That is a pretty nice
How's that
constellation
time, by the way?
that Britain's found. Was a little bit heavy, that stone, going a little bit fast.
Damn.
But yeah, you can see it's completely blocked the anti-clockwise handle on the right of our screen. Final throw then for Latvia of
Es
this
domāju,
eighth end.
8.
Will it be their final throw
Kāds
of this
spēks
game?
metīs?
1,5, ne?
Jā, nu labi.
Vai tu gribi šaurāk?
Es
Varam arī tā.
es domāju, vai 1,5 nebūs pa maz. Nu labi.
11 gribi.
Nu jā.
Latvia must be line two
Uz āru galvenais
after the
izdod.
stone to give himself a chance to get to an extra end. Currently line one. This is a brave effort. Oh, that is a pity. A courageous effort from Polina Rožkova.
Nenokrita, jā.
But yeah, that's Britain don't need to play their final stone if Latvia are willing to shake
One red,
hands
Agnes.
now.
One red,
Yeah,
yeah. Well done.
The safest thing to do is for Britain to just don't play their last stone. Then they can't do any damage. They give 1 point to Latvia, but 1 point's not enough. And that is a first victory for the duo from Great Britain.
Good game.
Right. I'll just go and say it.
First time for this team at this level. First time that someone from outside of
Jason.
Scottish curling is representing on
Cheers,
the ice.
coach.
That's Jason
Thank you.
Keane.
Good
He's
game.
from
Cheers,
English
yeah,
curling.
good game. Thank you.
And
Thanks,
that really
coach.
was a good game. That was a
Great game, thank you.
really good
Go on, Jay.
performance from the British team.
That's the team that came.
That's the fucking one.
Come on, give the finish.
Okay.
Big hugs for each other. Really
Right,
talking
say
each other
thanks.
up. A
Big one
well-deserved
for the
win
camera. Yes!
for the British team.
Come on! It's about time.
He'll get it. He's got better
Would
hands
go
than me.
that far. As I said,
Yes,
a
of course.
highly competitive field here. All 8 teams will fancy their chances at getting to a semi-final or getting a medal. Latvia still looking for that first win, but plenty more games out there. Britain, though, will take a lot of confidence from that.
We're sweaty at the end.
Their coaches will be real happy with that performance. Frustration for Latvia. Well, definitely this field is wide open. There is no team dominating.
Bet bija kļūda.
Try to
Metens nebija
move
izrauts.
past that frustration.
Pēdējo metienu. Nu, cik šajā spēlē?
But a big confidence boost for the British team.
Chuck the bits.
They will be delighted to get that first win on
More
the board.
like it. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. Right, calm down.
Just rather happy.
I'm right
Which is
so.
fine. There was
Long
no
way to
need
go.
for Joe to play that, was there? There was no need to try and
No.
get any heroics
No,
on
no.
there,
Won
was
the
there?
game, we don't
We're
need to.
talking about it now if Joe's played that.
Yeah. Can I have my
Right.
drink, please?
Yeah.
We have 7 sessions of mixed doubles. This was session 3. So still plenty of points out there. Yeah, Latvia though will be really desperate to get that first win on the board.
Sorry.
But just struggling a bit to
Thank you.
match the accuracy of the British
You've got
team
media
today.
zone malarkey to do now, haven't we?
It's a nicer one than it was. What's that? Did you get the badge?
That was a much
Sheila?
better game, wasn't it? For,
Yep.
as in
Here's the story of the
shots-wise
game on the scoreboard.
That's
Really
Well
just a
bet.
dominant performance from the British duo. Confirmation then of our final result. It is the team from Great Britain who record their first win over Team Latvia, still looking for a win. It is Britain running out winners 6 points to 5.
With the big cat. On the left now. On the left. Yes.
Who's that?
On your friend. Sheila's. Come on!
Come on! Come on! Both team.
We turned up at last. Come on!
Get
Cheers,
in.
guys. Cheers, guys.
Fans very happy for the team with that one. Curling always really popular during Olympics and Paralympics in Britain. I'm sure lots of viewers at home will be cheering on both teams. Britain has a team in the mixed doubles and in the 4-person format. Only 6 countries have teams in both. There is the overview of the game. And yeah, Great Britain just a little bit further ahead than Latvia, all over the game. And really, during the middle of that game, just the accuracy from Britain was through the roof. They were just hitting T-line after T-line, making it all but impossible for Latvia to get closer to the centre, to outscore them. So a well-deserved victory for the team from Britain. And that's looking much nicer for Great Britain. They're starting to move up the table. As you can see, though, still very tight. Really, any of these teams could still make a semi-final or a podium. So a really solid performance then from the team from Great Britain. Slightly new at this level, but be delighted to get that first win on the board. Really good consistency. Latvia still looking for their first win. Plenty of time, plenty of points still out there. Congratulations, Great Britain.